got from teenage athletes competing at English schools through to, in a group tonight, athletes who race at World Championships, European Juniors, European Under-23, so quite a spread from just like university student athletes. So I guess some are real high performance, chasing championships and that kind of thing. Others are, just sort of learning the events and enjoying racing. So tonight they're doing, most of them doing 300 metres, which will take them just over a minute. But we're doing it as it's a speed session, but it's a technical speed session. So draw the distinction there in terms of they could just smash it out perhaps with poor form and go really quick. Walking's technical events, key to respect the rules and maximise what you're doing technically. So it's 300 fast, but with the best technique that you have, which doesn't actually change the speed that much, but it does, just keeps that little bit of discipline. We'll drop a couple of the younger ones in. Might do they might not do all the 300. They might do some 150s again, because we want the quality of the session is important. Guys, sort of 8 to 10.
Okay.
So 3K volume for the type thing, and they'll do their 300, and then they'll just have they'll just stroll across to wrap to the start line and go again. Thanks. So ratios probably something like 1 to 3 sort of works recovery.
Okay.
So, take them a minute or so to get around here, and 2-3 minutes to amble over there and go again. So there. So I guess probably springtime. We're never very far away from this stuff.
Yep.
But often in the autumn with this group, we would perhaps do that as a hill session, over a 150, 200 metre hill. I guess so. We dress it up at different times of year. So like I said, in the autumn time, season's finished. So we're doing the same thing, but we're just doing it on the road up a hill. The first drill we did was the knee taps, so that's extend range of movement around the hip, because it gives you a lot more room to get your foot down. It's also quite good to help the athletes land with their legs straight, which is a key part of the race walking rule. Second drill was the arms out extended. That extends over the front of the hip. Any of those sort of arms out, arms above the head, anything like that I think is a good for posture. Third drill we did was with the looks like the backstroke swimming arms. So that's for lots of sort of rotation around the shoulders, because they use a big arm action in walking. It was the same from the waist down. It was the same as the previous drill, so you give them the same cues there about pushing off all their toes. The next drill was the one we were actually crisscrossing the white line on the track, and we were asking them to bring our arms. So we're looking at, I guess, sort of controlling through that central longitudinal axis, and you're extending, right across the line. So we're extending that range through there. The key thing there is for the athletes is that we're not rocking a baby, but we're actually just extending the race walk movement. So that's the key thing for that one. The next one we did was the foot rolls. So that's really key for race walking, big range of movement around the ankle, because the best athletes in the world, they'll heel strike and they'll keep the toe up, and they can really roll through and pull all the way through the hips rather than just slapping their foot down. the final drill that we did, which was the athletes were reaching out in front of them. Imagine that they're pulling themselves along with a rope. But what that's really doing is actually getting them to pull through their hips. So we might think of running as a pushing event, because you've got all that triple extension to drive forwards. But walking, really, you want to get your foot on the floor, obviously with your legs straight, toes up, and then you can pull through your hips. That cuts over all the different ranges of movement that we need around the key sort of joint areas, and you're breaking the technique down.
After each drill, the athletes used an active recovery, walking back to the start line at stride walking pace. After completing the warm-up drills, the athletes then did 2 to 3 fast race walking strides prior to starting the main session.